Hey, and welcome to this special Euro edition, bonsoir, because we are broadcasting, from a very special location. We are live at Stompernet Atlanta, and more importantly, this is a special edition for all our European 30-day challengers who usually have to stay up till horrifically late hours, so we wanted to do it smack in the middle of their evening, so we wanted to do that, which is very important. And as pointed out, of course, Lisa Hartwell, she had a choice between eating at a fish and chip restaurant, oxymoron in my opinion, or coming here, and she's decided she may find a way back after eating her fish and chips, but we'll see how we go. Now, yes, I'm going to do questions from the actual chat box, which is not super ideal for me, but it's going to work better, I think, than the other way. Let's have a look. I was wondering why on Market Samurai when I search SEOC I very rarely get numbers. What am I doing wrong? Have you upgraded to the most recent? They've actually put out another version of Market Samurai just in the last 24 hours. Double check that. There are a number of things that it could be that's an issue, but I would definitely, rather than me speculate on what it is, I would suggest getting in touch with the boys at Market Samurai and working that out. Okay, now Aussies are staying up extremely late. Yeah, very, very late in their case. Now, what's that? V.60 is out. I'm not sure what that is. There, V.61. Yeah, very good. Yeah, I think Big Red Kangaroo, it's a good idea to get in touch with the boys, and just in case there's a specific issue, that would be fantastic. Okay, let's have a look. The pay-per-click technique you're teaching, is it the triangulation method from Stompernet? Never seen that approach before. No, this is an approach we've been working on in the labs for the past 3 or 4 months. Our speculation was that the reason Google slams people so hard for pay-per-click costs when they initially start out is because Google's never seen the site before, because usually it's a brand new site. Our hypothesis was that if we used social bookmarking and all the techniques we've taught you in the first few days of the challenge, if we use those, of course, when Google went to analyze your site that you were sending your pay-per-click traffic to, it's like, oh yeah, Vintage Electric Guitar, I know all about Vintage Electric Guitar, I've got that, I've got it working out, and that's all beautiful. So that is what I think, that was our guess, and it turns out to be very true. In fact, with Vintage Electric Guitar, before we had the situation where we got hacked, well, not hacked, but attacked basically, we actually had our cost per click at 6 cents, which is really unheard of, and I think you will find that a bunch of that you will all have and receive pretty amazing cost per click rates. I know Dan Thies came up to me after and said, that's a really brilliant method, Ed. And I said, oh, Dan, you're doing the 30-day challenge? He says, no, my assistant is. So that was very cool. Now, Richard says, I'm only on day 6, planning to catch up over the next 3 days. Good on you. Should I do that or just go from here? No, keep in the sequence. Keep in the sequence, because we actually recorded a special podcast for you guys, which you'll get in a couple of days. And we talk about this. Look, stay in the sequence of the 30 days, because really you will catch up. You'll absolutely catch up, and you'll get that going. Now, let's have a look here. Social bookmarking appears to be working great. Is that although the service that cannot be mentioned on this broadcast because we're in thing? I hope it is. It's certainly working well for us. Okay, Barb has a question. My niches are not highly ranked in Google yet, but getting lots of traffic from StumbleUpon. Should I move on or wait to get more traffic, Google traffic, before deciding go or no go? Definitely, you've got to increase your traffic because you can't make a judgment. You need to keep working it, and because you're not ranked highly yet, there's no you've got nothing to compare against, so you need to work on those rankings. You could, Barb, of course, once you are ranked and are in Google but not necessarily on that front page, you could try some pay-per-click traffic if you've got a little bit of a budget to play with, just to see what will happen. That would be potentially a really cool way to do it. Hey Vince, I'm looking forward. Is the Manchester Mob putting on a gala event for me when I arrive there Friday week, a week from today? I hope so. Now, Jolly Panda asks, and if I miss your question because it's gone off the chat screen, bear with me because we'll come back to it. What's an acceptable conversion rate for people who click on my ad? Asks Jolly Panda. Now, if you could clarify something for me, are you talking from the blog, or actually people have clicked on the ad and then go to the affiliate offering? So the affiliate offering conversion rate. If you clarify that for me, I'll be able to tell you. All right, yeah, it's a great. See, it's a different time of day. We get different people on. It's the actual affiliate offering. Mate, I'd like to see them sell at least one thing in 200, but I'd tell you what, there are a lot of awful affiliate offers in terms of conversion. So that can be a thing. What you can try, remember I said the other day that if you go for your 200 visitors and you haven't sold something after 200, I would swap that affiliate offer out and try something different. Okay, It's Memo has a pay-per-click question. 1 out of 200 for 6 cents is still $12 for each sale. So this does not make sense for affiliate links. You are absolutely correct. We are testing. Great question. That makes no sense if you're doing an affiliate link, but if you are doing a product and you're selling that product for $29, it makes a huge amount of sense to do. That's a great return on investment, in fact. Most businesses in the real world would give their, well, actually careful, left arm to get hold of that. So that's a big part of what's going on. Come in. And so that's a big part of that. So if that makes sense. So again, we're looking not for the value of the sale, the quantum of the sale, but we are using the actual number of sales to determine what's going on. So that's fantastic. Okay, to keep or increase my ranking, do I have to keep on posting on all of my blogs every day from now on? Yes, you do. Very important. And welcome, guys. How are you going? Hey, g'day. And so we've got, just to explain to you guys, I will do, Ed, thanks for the tip. I figure that as more people come in, my voice will get absorbed a little bit. But can I ask a totally off-topic question? Hi, everybody.
Hi.
They're starting to pour in now. What we've got here, guys, just to explain, so you guys on the broadcast know what's going on, we've actually got a room here and we're actually broadcasting up on screen because I'm going to show everybody here how to do that. I've just dropped that. Does that help on the mic? Hopefully that worked. There we are. I'll just drop it down a little bit. So you guys can see what's going on when you do a live broadcast. You can see the behind the scenes of what's going on, and I'll show you some really funky stuff in a little bit. Good. I'll just drop it down a little bit for you guys. There we are. Okay, Victor asks, would you evaluate 200 AdWord visits the same as 200 organic visits? Yes, in raw numbers, exactly the same. Because at the end of the day, it's traffic, and so you have to decide whether that traffic is worth it. So where it comes from is important, but in terms of evaluating that niche, it's absolutely, they're the same. Any tips on jet lag relief? Ignore the jet lag. Power through. That's what we do here, so that's good, which is fantastic. Come on in, you can come in, it won't bite. 1.73% click-through sounds kosher. That's excellent. Who'd like to get 1.73% click-through on their Google ads here? Feel free to yell out so they know you're there. There you go. There we go. So you can see. Let me just explain to the people in the audience here what they're seeing. You can see I've got a console here on the left-hand side. That's the Ustream. I'm using Ustream TV, and you can see that's my console. Over on the right hand side is a chat window, so we can communicate with people, and honestly I think this method of, and we certainly found this in the 30-day challenge this year, this method of communicating with people as opposed to doing teleconferencing, the stick to people who stay with a broadcast as opposed to a teleconference, you cannot even close to compare. This is 10 times superior to keeping people engaged and online, because people feel, you can see they're all saying hello to you on the screen there.
Hello. It's on the screen.
So yeah, we'll hang on. I'll just be careful turning it around, so because I'll pull the cords out everywhere, and it does keep people engaged. You've got this same, like you can see, we've got 178 people online here at the moment. This is a 3 p.m. in the middle of the day. We're actually doing this for all our European 30-day challenges, because they usually have to be up till like 2-3 a.m. in the morning to listen to the broadcast. So we're sort of doing it there. Somebody from France saying hello. But here's the thing, your average internet teleconference would have 40 people on it, and a combination of using Twitter to let people know that it's on, plus doing the actual teleconference and having the chat window, which keeps people engaged, and then you can do some of the cool stuff which I'll show you in a tick. It just makes this far superior to your traditional teleconference. It's engaging, and think about the psychology of it for a second. When you're listening to music on the radio, are you sitting there like this? You don't, right? You're always doing something. You're driving the car. You're talking. Your whole psychology is about doing something else. When you're watching TV, what are you doing? You do that. Your full attention is on the TV. Oh no! Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Jenkins, come here, mate. Pull up a chair.
Pull him up a chair.
Yeah, we'll zoom out because we need widescreen now.
That's the zoom. Right, that's pretty ghetto.
This is really ghetto.
You were going to give us all $5 for coming in.
$5.
What?
Hi guys.
Give you.
I was like, I'm such an idiot. I was going to sign. Oh wait, you have a microphone.
Yeah.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah, great. You've just
Cool.
made the ears bleed.
I destroyed it. Sorry, everybody. Oh, this is no good.
Yeah, just kick yourself.
Ed, I'm down on the knees.
Yeah.
Here we go.
That's what you were saying to me in the shower this morning.
Boy.
So everybody's saying hello to you, which is
Hi everyone.
marvelous.
It's great for you to be here. I wish we could be here next. Oh wow, damn.
Now what
Somebody's spamming us.
Yeah, what you're seeing now is an example of spam, and hopefully our crack moderators will now kick
Get rid of that guy. Yeah.
Uh,
Ed is actually
Done.
the best guitar player that I know, and I know a lot, so I think that's great. What do you guys think? It's pretty cool, right? Have you shown him everybody's here?
I haven't. Hang on. I'll
Yeah, cool.
Just
Here we go.
here, just
I'm gonna
you
lift
hold
that
that. You lift that
Go
up.
back there. We could all
Yeah.
run around behind.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome to come around and have
Yeah,
a
cool. Hey, everybody.
You're more than welcome to
The gang's all
join
here.
in.
Right on.
Very good. Okay, so what I want to do is show the crew here. And a lot of 30-day challenges. Anybody doing 30-day challenge? Hands up. There's a bunch of 30-day challenges here, which is just absolutely fantastic. And we've got a whole bunch of things. Now let me show you something that's really cool for you guys that are here. I want to show you a piece of software called CamTwist. This software is crazy cool. CamTwist, you can see up there. There, it's basically a little production studio, and this will blow you away because really, how much would this equipment cost to do this prior? Let's have a look. So if we've got on our CamTwist, come on moderators, speed clicking. Now let's say, for example, we have our eyesight here, and we've got all of these different effects which are going up on the screen here.
That's cool.
So now you can do a whole bunch of presets. Now there's a lot of them which are obviously just novelty, but there's a lot of them that are really very cool. So you can just turn.
It's like any given day. It's not.
Yeah, that's right. This is when Andy wants to express displeasure. So you can literally turn that off, and then I can go. See?
That's cool.
See, how about that? I love that.
That's
And then we've got the
very
whole bullet time effect, which is fantastic. Watch.
Oh yeah.
See the whole matrix, the whole
It's
the whole matrix, which is fantastic. But then there's more relevant stuff, like for example, a clock. You know, we can drop in a clock,
That's cool.
and we can you can
Tell me
play
when
with
I have to
the.
go back to the next.
Yes, exactly, and
that's good.
introduce people, and you can play around with colours and all of that sort of thing. Yeah, we can do all sorts of.
Why do I light up more than you? Am I a bigger flamer?
It defects.
Yes, no, I'm
You're
just
right.
hellacious. Oh, sorry.
So Andy had his mobile phone on the. It's
maybe it just seasoned to my soul.
But you can do a whole bunch, like much more practical is you can go.
This thing. This is cool.
Oh yeah, you can go to Flickr, for example, and tab there, and it interacts with Flickr to grab photos. Hang on, give me a sec. Come on, come back.
It's-
Yeah, they're a bit slow on the uptake. That the normal crack stream of Australian moderators
Would've
are all
kicked me by
nicely
now.
in bed.
Is this Ustream software or an add-on?
No, this is an add-on. This is called CamTwist. Guess how much it costs? It is completely and utterly
That's
free.
totally cool.
The guy who developed it actually developed it for just to play around with these new Mac technologies called Core Video, and he did. Yeah, his is bigger than mine, as it happens. Look,
That's right.
his is.
So, let me see if I can fit it in your ear.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right.
Sorry. I guess it's time for me to go back to work, my
Yeah,
friend.
no, that's right. Yeah, exactly.
30-day challenges, folks. It was
hang on.
great to see you. Thank you for having me. And we're going to stop back in and talk some more. We should get together more. This is fun.
Oh, it is. It's
Set
very
me
cool.
on fire again.
Yeah, I
Cool
will
beans.
do.
All right, guys. See
All
ya.
right, see you guys.
That's called campus?
All right,
Cam
Cam
Twist.
Twist. So, see you guys.
Hey, thanks, Ed.
Have fun at the session.
Bye, guys.
Very cool. Yeah, no, he's got.
Camtwist.com.
Cam Twist, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if you just Google Cam Twist, you'll be able to get it.
Figure out something.
There we are.
I think everybody else is.
Okay, guys, do you have? It's only a Mac thing. That stuff is just physically not possible to do on a PC. There's no question.
I got to get a picture of you for my kids who
Oh,
are on
no.
the 30-day challenge.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay.
Good on you, no worries. Thanks, Linda.
Are you online?
Yeah, we're broadcasting live. Yep. Oh, Paul Colligan, you should come
One of the
over.
members of the 30 day.
There is a PC program for it. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, there is the one that does some of the stuff that Cam Twist does, but not the whole
Webcam
one.
Max.
There we are.
It's called Webcam Max.
Yeah, Webcam Max for the PC.
Yeah.
Cool. And
CamTwist is only for Apple.
only for the Mac.
On the Mac.
Yeah. Yeah, which is very cool. Like, I love some of the Twitter stuff. I can get the Twitter feed going.
We're catching your act in Spain.
Yeah,
We're
oh,
just
very
a
good.
little bit behind on the 30-day challenge. because
Oh, yeah, you're here.
We'll catch up.
That's fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, we'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Do you want to come and say hello, Paul?
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Colligan, podcaster to the stars and Monstars. There he
Hey,
is.
everybody.
Welcome. Yeah, you can sit here.
All right.
There we are. So, okay, so we've got a question here. 1 out of 200 for 6 cents is still $12. Oh, we got that question before, I think. How is Ping FM proving useful? Now, you were just showing me this just before. Let's talk about Ping
Okay.
FM.
I've got a concept called Uber. That's the big thing I'm pushing right now.
Love Uber.
If it's worth doing, do it everywhere. So first there's this company called hellotext.com, HELLOTXT.com.
Mm-hmm.
And they would let you go to all the different systems, you know, so you go once, do it by email, do it by chat, do it however you want to. And Ping is almost a 2.0 version of it, because Ping has a few more people. But what makes it interesting with Ping is you can send some commands in the Ping FM process. So like if you want to send something just to Twitter, you can actually say send this just to Twitter.
Yep.
And you can go to my microblogs, go to my regular blogs, go to my status updates, the whole 9 yards. And so as a result now, I got a single program that lets me either publish to a very specific place, if that's what I want to do, or I can publish to absolutely everything and give everybody an update. Somebody I see in the chat room said, what is Uber? And the idea is just everywhere. So an example, one of my followers, to me, Zendoc, it's a bit of a play on words.
Yeah.
But one of my followers says, okay, Paul, are you on Plurk? And Plurk's one of the 18 different, Twitter ripoffs and whatnot. I don't have time to be on Plurk, okay? But I'm on Plurk through these Ubering systems.
Yeah.
So I believe Web 2.0 is me on the internet on the terms of my audience.
Exactly.
So my audience member goes, Paul, I want to follow you on Plurk. Fine. You're on Plurk. I'm on Plurk. You can follow me on Plurk. It's nice, clean, and simple. So now I have one interface, I have an email interface, I have an iPhone interface. That's it. From my desktop, from my computer, from my phone, whatever, I can reach out to all these places. So, like 3,000 people on Twitter, however many on Pounce, however many on all these other places, that kind of thing. I'm really easy to go. And all from one system. So Ping FM kicks it up a notch. They have, what's really interesting is Ping has a API built into it now. So now we can start doing some interesting things like communicating with other systems, maybe updating our own blogs, updating our own websites, and that kind of stuff. So Ping seems to kick it up a notch.
Yeah.
And I think
Now,
it's going to
you were
do
showing
really
me
well.
the iPhone.
Yeah, the iPhone app
The
is.
iPhone app is
The
just
iPhone, it's
fantastic.
just a web page. I think we can even probably get on the screen here. But the you can see it's at the probably not. It's at the top of my bookmarks. Bam. And now it's just a nice, sweet little. Here you'll see there's my Google Reader, and in a second it will blast up. And of course, now when you do this live, it's always fun to do this live.
Yeah.
There we go. Nice little simple interface. And I can drop down. You can see there's that drop down menu I can pick.
Yep.
Do I want to do the social media sites? Do I want to do the blog? That kind of thing. Very easy to do.
So you can do one thing, and I was actually asking yesterday because I had an idea when I'm often using the iPhone, right?
Right, exactly.
And I see cool things, and of course it's actually tricky with the iPhone to let people know, say on Twitter or something about that. So I thought, well, what if I use my email? So if I bring it, because you can always, any screen, you can grab the email. So if I could set up an email, which would then go to my Twitter and do that.
What if I told you that cut and paste is here on the iPhone?
Yeah, well, that would be very cool.
Yes.
Where is it?
It's in test mode right now. Geek Brief episode, a couple episodes ago, they showed it. And basically what happens is you can find a great link, hold on to the link for 5 seconds, it'll pop up, cut and paste, switch over to your email program, you'll be able to paste it as well, use it to ping, and so now you can do your running commentary and whatnot from the phone. You and I have been in a lot of airports over the last couple of days using this as our connectivity.
I've got to say, almost, I could travel with my iPhone. Almost.
It's getting there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably not quite quick enough typing, but it's pretty amazing. So it's
somebody wants Viva La Ping, good for Miranda. That's the current one.
Yeah.
And they're doing they're opening it up to everybody. It's just the type of thing where you want to keep it a little.
It's like lines outside of nightclubs, and you're in the line for the nightclub for like an hour and a half. And then you get in and wonder why the club's empty. No, but it's a very good service. It is.
Yeah, it's great. And it becomes instead of having a Twitter strategy, you have a microblogging strategy. Instead of having a blog strategy, you have a publication strategy, which is the way it should be. The conversation needs to move from what technology I use to how do I get my word out, and what technology allows me to do that.
And you're at the behest, and I think this is a great thing, of your audience, right?
Yeah.
So you need to be where your audience is.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That's
exactly
a big part of
however
it.
they want it. Yeah. And if you think about it, that's the future. I mean, let's say, a lot of people out there, especially your group, has a TiVo or a DVR.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, right now, you can copy whatever you want on your DVR or whatever on your TiVo.
Yep.
But if one day, all of a sudden, a certain show, Heroes, Heroes is a popular show.
Yep.
If Heroes all of a sudden decided you couldn't be on the DVR, you know what would happen? People would start watching Heroes.
Exactly.
And so what it is now is, because people who are used to getting stuff on their own terms will even get rid of that. So that guy who said, Paul, I want you on Plurk,
Yeah.
I'm there.
Yep.
And so for everybody out there in the audience, especially 30-day challenge, if you can do it once and then meet them however it is they want to be met with no extra work, that's a gold mine.
Yeah.
And then if you take that mentality into everything you do, you're at a really, really gold mine. And I thought of Brad Fallon here at the event.
Yeah.
He's the huge guy in the wedding favor business. How do you kick that up one more notch? Well, in the wedding favor business, you start getting the wedding favors manufactured, so all your competitors buy it wholesale,
Yep.
and they start selling stuff. So now Brad is 1 through 20, whether or not he gets the direct sale or the wholesale or whatever it is. So that Uber concept just really, really does well.
Yeah, and that it's just such an important part of what you guys will be doing too, is that you need to be where the audience is. And this has met a lot of resistance, this idea, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I'm only going to be commenting on my blog.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I want to, if people want my information, they come to my blog.
Yeah.
And I just don't think you can control the conversation.
You absolutely cannot.
You shouldn't.
You cannot control the conversation anymore. The attempt to control the conversation for a while will result in a question, is it worth it or not? But eventually it's going to come to the point to where any controlled conversation isn't going to be worth the effort.
No.
I got in the car about a year ago with my 7-year-old daughter, and we're driving away, and I tell her, "Oh man, I forgot the iPod," and she goes, "Well, what are we gonna do?" And I said, "It's okay, we got radio."
What?
And she said, "Yeah." She goes, "Well, what's radio?" and it blew my mind because I'm like, she doesn't know what radio is, so I'm trying to explain. I go, "Well," she's like, "Somebody else picks the songs?"
Yeah, that's right.
I'm like, "Yeah," and she goes, "Well, what if it's a song I don't like?"
Yeah.
I said, "Well, then you got to wait till the end." And she was so completely perplexed that anybody else would make the entertainment decision that she made, that she was just flustered.
Yeah, and then they won't, and this is what will happen.
And she's right, and she's totally right.
Yeah. No, that's right. Now, tell me about something while we've got you here, because I was following along all last year. You made the decision, I think it was January of last year, that you were going digital in terms of your entertainment. Do you want to tell people about that? Because I thought that was really cool.
So, January 2007, January 1st, 2007, we unplugged the cable. We completely and totally unplugged the cable. And
so no cable television.
No cable television at all.
Yep.
And the vow was that every single piece of entertainment that would come into my house would come A, over the internet, and B, legally.
Yeah.
Now, there are a lot of options for,
not legal.
illegal, but the problem is you won't get people taking what you're doing seriously, if you do the illegal thing. So what we did was I bought, and it was great because I got to write off all the toys. So I bought the Xbox, I bought the early, I wouldn't have done it if I didn't know Apple TV was coming out.
Yeah.
And bought every connected device and a good high definition LCD television set, hooked it all up, and so if we wanted music, we had to be able to buy it online.
Yep.
If we wanted a movie, we had to be able to rent it online. If we wanted television, it was a lot of fun. My wife, so the first morning, January 1st, she goes, "Okay, I want to watch the Rose Parade."
Yeah.
Hun, they aren't streaming that live yet. And so, truth be told, this is a scoop here. We really started it January 2nd. She had to see the Rose Parade. But after about 3 months, actually it was the delivery of the Apple TV. The Xbox frustrated her. She got the idea, she got what we were doing, really liked the idea of teaching our children to be in charge of the entertainment, but the Xbox was a really frustrating interface.
Because the interface is not natural.
Apple TV shows up, I show her that little remote, she goes, "This I can handle."
Yeah.
About a month after Apple TV, we were just talking over dinner one night. She goes, "Paul, thank you. The noise has gone down.
Yeah.
I'm watching what I want to watch, when I want to watch it. I don't just turn on television now for noise. I'm much more purposeful." And then I said, "So what do you miss?" There's only one show she could think of.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was gone, there were other choices.
Yeah.
And that really, really went well. Now, some funny things happened. Some really funny things happened. We started doing the math.
Yeah.
It's actually cheaper to live this way. unless you're a complete and total TV addict.
Yeah.
$55 for cable,
Yep.
plus $12 for a TiVo subscription is $67.
Good point.
At $2 a show, you got to watch 34 brand new shows a month to spend more than you're spending on TiVo.
Yeah, I don't think I'd watch 34 shows.
Exactly. And if you are,
that's
find another plan. And then of course things like Hulu pop up and all these other things pop up. But I saw a guy run, somebody who has, I think we ran it on the blog, if you have like 7 shows you watch religiously, doing it this way is actually cheaper.
Yeah.
It's actually cheaper to do that and buy your Apple TV.
Yep.
And so what I think is going to happen is, I think organizations are going to realize that, and watching the show, side story, this is really funny. So I do this very, very geeky thing. And then a friend of mine goes, yeah, I've been doing that for years. Like, what do you mean you've been doing that for years? He and his wife made a decision a while ago. They're very low tech, but they hated commercials. They just decided, we're just going to wait till it comes out on DVD.
Yep.
So he, through Netflix, watches 24, watches The Office, when he wants, where he wants, commercial free.
Yep.
So we're moving in that direction. Some of us are doing it with the technology, some of us are doing it with DVDs, but we're all moving in that direction.
Yeah.
And that's the really, really important thing. So it got a lot of attention, and it got me a few speaking gigs, and I learned a lot from it, but now our family is in control of what we watch. And it's a precursor to what's coming. It's an absolute precursor.
And this is the thing, I think, a lot of and I often tell this, and you guys have probably heard me tell the story as well, when I was 12 and I was playing Impossible Mission on the Commodore 64, I had a depressive episode because I just thought, I'm going to grow up and I'm not going to play computer games anymore. I can't believe I was depressed. I got a depressive episode. Now, of course, that's absolutely not the case. And of course, now the video game industry is bigger than all the other entertainment industries. And it's the case. And the lesson is that no, that's right. You can go. The lesson is that the same way that people are consuming, like my daughter and your daughter, that's gonna go through. So as marketers, we need to be aware of what's going on with this stuff. And if you and a lot of people, particularly in this broadcast, are outside the US, you've got to know, getting an Apple TV and getting a US-based iTunes subscription is a pretty simple mechanism, actually, because Apple are very laissez-faire.
Yes.
They're not too fast, really.
Proxies are our friend.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And it's a very good, and it's brilliant. I mean, it's inexpensive. And Yeah.
And that is just absolutely fabulous.
And that's part of in the whole 30-day challenge process. When we've been doing, and this is what I love about the social media side of marketing, is that you're providing, somebody's searching for a particular phrase and they're going to a website which has been totally optimized to give champagne content about that particular phrase, which flows through to something that they potentially could buy related to that phrase, as opposed to what was very 20th century marketing, which is we're all trying to do detour marketing. You slam something in front of them. Okay, I'm looking for golf gloves, but then you're doing an advertisement for timeshare on Cancun or something. So you interrupt, and I think this is a very important part of what you guys do. Now, somebody asked a question, and I think it's a great one for you while you're here.
Okay.
Number one way for monetizing a podcast, do you think?
The number one way for monetizing a podcast is building an audience that knows, likes, and trusts you. Okay, I just got back from the New Media Expo where everybody was talking, do I make $40 per 1,000 downloads? Do I make, $42 per 1,000 downloads? Yeah. I've got a show where I've made $1.50 per single download.
Yeah.
So you multiply that by 1,000, I've made, $1,500 per 1,000 downloads.
Yep.
So what it is you can go, and this is 30-day challenge all over.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go short term. So you can sell an ad if you want. And there's revenue to that, and if you got the big numbers of some of the podcasts, that's an interesting model.
Yeah.
But if you bring people with you down a path to where they know, like, and trust you, and they consume you, my iPhone, I got on the plane, put on my headphones,
Yep.
and when I flew US Air, worst airline on the planet, who've actually thrown away their in-flight entertainment now because the 500 pounds isn't worth it, I consumed what I wanted to consume when I wanted to consume it.
Yeah.
And This Week in Mac was one of them. And that relationship with these people, knowing that I could catch up on a couple of weeks of shows, I could do whatever I wanted to, puts me in a position of know, liking, and trust.
Yeah.
Then when that person says, here's something about this topic whereby which you want to buy, you're going to do it. You're absolutely going to do it. 30-day challenge. A lot of people have come in. If something pops up, they know, they like, they love, they trust you. If you say, hey guys, here's an option for you,
Yeah.
could you sell the 30-day challenge videos? Absolutely. But is the grand scheme of getting a bunch of people knowing and liking and trusting you, is that so much more powerful, so much more viable?
Yeah.
So, use your podcast to, somebody loves the Orbit story, that's a whole nother issue.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right. Yeah.
Use your podcast to build an audience that knows, likes, and trusts you. Get an opt-in, get them to follow you, get them to subscribe, do all these things. But then after 20, 30, 40 episodes, a year of you, oh my goodness. They are at your beck and call, and rightfully so. That's the way we.
And the important thing to say, and this is where I'm really excited about this stuff, is that it's still a very insular situation, I think, with the podcasting industry
Still, yeah.
and the video. Where it's going to be really exciting is when people like yourselves start podcasting in the crochet market in the trout fishing market.
Yep.
Because people who are really hardcore enthusiasts are going to be desperate, because these sort of devices, your iPhones and your Blackberries and so on, as they become multimedia machines, little tricorders I call it, but you get the ability to get that information down there. People are desperate for content, which is what we were saying yesterday. And just to be able to provide that, to be the one in your marketplace, it will, I think, providing podcasts and videocasts and that will actually provide a huge competitive advantage to other people who are not on the same train. And I think that is a very big thing. Now, this is another question. This is a really good question. Surely video is making podcasts obsolete? Now, we had this very discussion. What's your view?
Video is sexy. Audio is effective. Okay? That's my view. Now, there's time and place for both. If Ed and I were here at Stompernet on the phone talking to you guys, you wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
However, if Ed and I released a recording of us chatting at Stompernet, you'd put it on this.
That's right.
And you'd take it with you in the car.
And listen to
when and where, how you want. So what it is I'm out of Portland, Oregon. If you told me, okay, Paul, I want to reach business people in Portland, Oregon. How do I reach business people in Portland, Oregon? Okay, the choices are television, lousy. Newspaper, we have the worst newspapers in the country in Oregon, and I'll go on record for that. Advertising downtown along the freeway, maybe. Really, the way I do it is I would grab drive time radio on the news channels for the people driving in 7 to 8 a.m., 4:30 to 5:30 p.m., because that's where that particular audience is.
Yep.
And so some of your audience wants audio because they want to jog, they want to run, they want to listen in the car.
Do something.
37 million Americans drive by themselves in their car an average of 40 minutes each day, and right now they listen to lame morning DJ banter.
The Zoo.
The Zoo. It's fun for the first couple of weeks, and then from there it goes away. So audio has its place, video has its place. So what you got to do is you got to take a strategy of which one makes the most sense for what it is that I'm doing. You want to do both.
Yeah,
absolutely. You want to do both.
Yeah.
Ustream, we just saw Howie. Actually, you've been in here during that. Howie was talking about just getting in front. Once they know, like, and trust you. I mean, I'm looking at your numbers here.
Yep.
Okay, middle of the day, this many people have logged on and said, okay, what is this guy doing on a Friday afternoon? No liking, trusting live. They know that they can chat.
Yep.
They know that they can get that stuff. Now I see you probably got the recording. You got the recording thing going.
Sure
So
do.
you're going to release this some other way.
Yep. I'll put it up onto YouTube.
It's a good. I'll link to it.
Yep.
And so it's not which one's better. It's which one. Podcasting changed my commute forever. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm at true story. I used to work at a highfalutin consulting firm downtown Portland. We could not even. My boss laughed at the concept of Casual Fridays. Okay. We could not eat food in the office because it might set off the smell of somebody. Crazy job.
Love that.
The only thing that kept me sane was my morning commute with Audible.
Yep.
An old pocket PC where I could only store 3 or 4 hours at a time.
yeah.
But I absolutely loved Audible.
Yep.
It changed my commute forever.
Yep.
For me,
Yep.
when podcasting came out, I didn't see it as the natural extension of blogs, RSS. I saw it, I can play Audible.
Yeah.
I begged Don Katz, CEO of Audible, to let me in Audible for my first information product.
Yep.
And long story how I got to do that, but
Yeah.
and he couldn't. I mean, his hands were tied. There was just no physical way to make that
Understand
happen.
it, yeah.
And that's 2000. That's just 8 years ago. And I started podcasting 4 years ago. And now I've got this capacity. And it's good stuff. Audible's a great company. Having some hard times. They just got bought by Amazon, so I think that will change some things.
I actually did. This is real trivia. Is that I actually met Don Katz. This is back in 1999.
Okay.
When they first went out to their offices there in New Jersey.
Okay.
And was talking to them. They had only just sort of recently got under the way.
Yeah.
I think they've got a future. I think they've got an absolute future.
If they keep and now they're with Amazon,
Yeah,
and
they
then
just take
distribution on
over
the
the-
Kindle and that kind of
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, they can do it with that.
Have
place.
you got your Kindle?
Oh, yeah.
Did you bring
I
your
didn't bring it
Kindle?
with me. I thought I did, and then I checked in my backpack on the plane and totally forgot. I brought it with me on the bigger trip, though.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
And the Kindle has a headphone jack. A lot of people don't realize that. At the bottom of the Kindle is a headphone jack. So you know where they're going. You know where they're going.
Yeah. No, they've got to do that as well. So, what else, have we got any other questions for Paul while we've got him here?
Thanks, Barbie. No charge for awesomeness.
Yeah, that's our theme. for
Gotcha.
this year,
Gotcha.
so-
I'll take it. Yeah. Audio smart, and think about that. I mean, I realize the meme of the 30-day challenge is no expenditures, but you can get a portable media player for next to nothing anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, doesn't have to be one of these things. It can be a cheap knockoff. It can be whatever it is.
Yeah.
Take a
Could even
walk.
be a Zune,
It could
Paul.
be a Zune if you wanted it to be a Zune. Not that that's a cheap option, although there are some closeouts and some stuff on eBay that you can do. But I'm talking. I mean, the guy at my PO box sells an MP3 player for $20. Okay, get one, put a podcast on it, and no, the Zune isn't as bad. It's just kind of a funny thing. And
just stirring.
Go for a trip in the car, the gym.
Yep.
Better yourself through audio, and it'll change your life.
Yeah, I love it. And another interesting stat. What is it? Is it 75% of all new vehicles in the United States are iPods?
Oh yeah,
/
it's crazy. It's
MP3,
absolutely crazy.
Integrated.
It's
so,
absolutely crazy, and it should be, and it's the future, and we go from there.
Yeah.
I will let you get back to work. HelloText.com is it. The other one that I saw come up a couple of times was Ping.fm.
Yep.
Which is the one, and the somebody used the latest password on that, so somebody put it back in the chat room,
good. Yeah.
if you can. And my favorite podcast.
That's a good question.
It depends what kind of mood I'm
Yeah.
in. I really like This Week in Tech. I really like This Week in Mac,
Yeah.
but that's very much the geek inside of me. I really like. Gosh, there's so many of them. Well, let's see what we have.
I tell you one that I like, and this is a bit out of left field. Is as a kid, I used to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay. Yep.
And they
Yep.
do there's a Dungeons and Dragons podcast released by Wizards of the Coast.
Yep.
This is sad now, isn't it?
But the thing is though, if you we all have a need to be entertained.
Yeah.
Okay? So if you are entertained in the car or on the jog or whatever it is, and then you go home and get some work done because you got entertained during the downtime, that's a perfectly legit strategy.
It absolutely
Perfectly
is.
legit. Okay, podcasts. The Battlestar Galactica podcast, a big fan. Bitterest Pill, it's a premium podcast about... it's a premium podcast, a stay-at-home dad, failed actor out of LA. The Dave Ramsey Show, if you want to see a model for information marketing that is absolutely amazing, Dave Ramsey Show, Entrepreneur's Journey, Yaro Starek, John Eldridge, MacBreak Weekly, Managing the Gray, Marcus Buckingham on digital media,
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais.
That was a great point. I don't think
School,
he's
he's not doing it anymore. School of Podcasting, This Week in Tech, Totally Rad Show. Those are the some I have on here right now. Marketing Online Live is mine. Who knows? There might be another audio podcast
may well be
announcement
another very
being made
podcast.
soon. This is the first time Ed and I have actually met each other face to face.
We've followed each other for years, literally, way back, and it's been fantastic because it's a cool thing to be able to
It is.
meet face to face.
Thank you, man.
Mate, thank you. Thanks for popping by.
Stay by for the challenge, guys. It works. It really does.
Good on you. Thanks, Paul.
Thank you, man.
Yarrow is fantastic, actually. It's a great podcast. It's very good. Very good. And everybody's saying thank you, Paul, which is great. There you go. How about that? Now, let me just... sorry, I'll just let somebody know that I can help them out. Just broadcasting. Send me an email to... It was good to have Paul here on the show. I might actually just, while I'm thinking of that, I'm just going to stop recording. I'm just going to do a break